Starting today, we will take over every promoted Premier League club, rebuild them to not only the best club in England, but to the best club in Europe. Starting with Leicester City, who have been relegated a couple of seasons ago, but have come back up as the champions of the championship, losing though a couple of players like Kieran Dewsbury-Hall, and even their manager Enzo Maresca, who has joined Chelsea. So today we take over this Leicester City side, with the new transfers as well. As you can see, Bobby de Cordova-Reid is in there. Fatawu is on loan still. I didn't buy him yet. So one transfer, we have 3 transfers per season. That's one of the rules, but one of them in the first season will have to go into Fatawu, who of course has gone permanently to Leicester City in real life. We also have a quite big bench, reserves. Soumaré has come into the club here. He's 24.75, a CDM, just like Victor Christiansen, who has returned from loan from Bologna and is now the starter on that left back spot. I have given him the start over Justine, who is a very good backup though. The thing I'm not sure about is the centre back spots. We have Vestergaard, Fez and Cody, who are the only 3 real centre backs that we can select here. Also Harry Suta, but he's only 71 overall. So yeah, maybe we should do something in that centre-back spot in the first season, alongside bringing in a new right-winger. The newly promoted Leicester will need something like counter-attack to survive in that Premier League season, especially in the first one. So that's what we are opting for here as the tactical vision. Furthermore, I have sent out Billy Harding, a 4-star default scout, to England for 9 months to make us a few English babies. A few players, young prospects, he can find. Of course, Leicester City are in the Premier League alongside the other promoted teams in Ipswich and Southampton for the first season. First season with Leicester City, we have 58 million. I have spent 13 to bring in the coaches as well as the youth star. First player into the club, as announced, is Abdul Fatawu, the right winger, 19 years of age, 75 overall. A lot of room to grow. He comes in for 12 million, measly million, so we have 46 still left in our budget. We've also done quite a lot of business here in the first transfer window, loaning out McAteer to Wolves, Alves to Heerenveen, Cannon to Mallorca, Thomas to Leipzig for a year, Markal to Leeds United, Mashvanije, I'm sorry if I butchered that name, to Hull City, Braybrook to Middlesbrough, and then Opoku to Granada, as well as selling Watts to Celtic for 1.95 million. A second player we go in for here in the first season with Leicester City is a new goalkeeper, man who has lost his place at Arsenal, his starting place. We were relatively weak in the goalkeeping department, and that's why we've gone in for Aaron Ramsdale, 30 million plus Iversen, our backup goalkeeper. And the final player to hopefully free us from all relegation doubts is a new centre-back, giving us the necessary strength. I nearly had a brain fart there. It is Nathan, the Brazilian centre-back from Napoli, for 13.6 million plus Ben Nelson, we didn't really need anymore. I have to say, with Ramsdale, who is 25.82, and Nathan, who is still relatively young, same age, same overall than Vestergaard, but 8 years younger, he's 22.75. Alongside Fez, that is a much better back line now. And Fatawu, of course, the right winger we have just recruited permanently. We only have about 2 million left, so we've done a very good job. So let's see what we can do in our first season. Hopefully no relegation fodder. I have sold Yannick Vestergaard to Roma for 5.8 million, as well as the other centre-back, Connor Cody, to Everton for 7. The first season with Leicester, the newly promoted club, we have done pretty well. 50 points, 11th spot. We are nowhere near the relegation battle. Probably closer to European football. That's what you love to see. 12 wins, 40 draws, 12 losses. Liverpool are the runaway champions ahead of Manchester City and Spurs. The FA Cup goes to Spurs over Arsenal, so Spurs break their trophy curse. We have actually been beaten in round 3 by Liverpool. And in the Carabao Cup, it is West Ham defeating Liverpool, with us going to the semi-finals before losing to Liverpool 6-4 on aggregate. Fatawu is the best scorer. It was the best decision to make him a permanent signing. 13 goals, 9 for Mavididi, 7 assists as well, 9 for De Cordova-Reid, 8 for Iheanacho, 7 even for Pratt. And I mean, the team is coming together nicely as well. We have a few 80 rated players like Ndidi, like Pereira, Fatavu very close with 79, Ilianacho. Maybe we should replace the striker for next season as well as the cam in Pret, but most of the other positions are fine. We've played a very good season, first one with Leicester, 11th spot in the Premier League, semi-finals in the Carabao. I mean, if we continue like that, this will be a very successful rebuild. Let's jump into the second season. The second season has started and we go in for a couple of very big players. First off, the Brazilian striker from Barcelona, Vitor Roque, for 40 million into the club. And the second player into the club is Lee Kang-in from PSG, also 40 million, a cam. Sold a couple of players in James Justin, who goes to Stade Reims for 9 million, and De Cordova Reed, who leaves for Crystal Palace after just one season with us. I've also changed Facundo Buonanotte's position from a right midfielder to a cam, and he goes up by 1 to a 76. That is why we've also sold Dennis Pret, 6.2 million, he's already 30 years of age, 75 overall. Ilianacho also goes to Bournemouth for 13 million. I've even sold Harry Suta to Club Brugge for 2.7 million. Patson Dakat for 11.8 million to Galatasaray. All of that jazz just to bring in one single big defender. From PSG in this save, in real life he plays for Roma. The Italian centre-back Gianluca Mancini joining us for 45 million from PSG. And after a lot of back and forth, this is our final squad. With the additions of Mancini, 28.84. Lee Kang-in 23.82 and Vitor Roque up top 19.79. Backed up by Vardy now, 37 in his last season. Will this team be good enough to attack the top 10? That is into the top 10 in the second season on 51 points, 10th spot. Not really a big progression, but yeah, steady mid-table I would say. No relegation battle by any stretch. Manchester City though, Centurions and unbeaten in the league. 100 points, 0 losses. Crazy. The FA Cup goes to Brentford over Spurs in the final. And we've actually made it to the semi-finals before getting knocked out by Spurs, just about. Carabao Cup goes to Man City over Spurs. And here we've got beaten in round 3 by West Ham. Avididi 9 by Fatavu and 9 by Roque, as well as 8 goals and 5 assists by Lee Kang-in, but the stats aren't looking great, except for them being relatively balanced. However, the same thing cannot be said about the team. A fantastic front line. Lee Kang-in up to an 84. We have Soumare 79 and Didi 81. Most of the players actually in their 80s, and that's something great. A big base to build on next season. 2 seasons are down, still no relegation battle. Hopefully next season we can attack the European places. Let's see in season number 3. To start off season number 3, we go in for a striker, backup striker, to replace Jamie Vardy because this man has just retired. It is Mark Guiu joining us from the free agency list for €0. But the biggest transfer of them all is the second one. Bringing in the German CDM, 30-year-old, 87 rated, Joshua Kimmich, the former Bayern Munich player. In real life, he's of course a Bayern player. 54 million he cost us here from Arsenal. Harry Winks to Brighton for 12.3 million, 29. He's 78 rated, so not a lot of upside to his rating. To finish off the transfer window, we go in for one final player in a swap deal for our current right back, who is already 31. It's the first time I bring this guy in. It's Ruan Foyth coming in for 18 million plus Ricardo Pereira. With the new faces, Ruan Foyth 27.82 on the right back spot, Kimmich in the CDM spot 30.87, as well as Guiu is still 19.69 only overall, but he will grow and grow. And yeah, he's a good backup to Roque because Vardy also was about 69-68 when he ended his career. Hermansen up to an 82. This guy really impressed me. He's only 3 lower rated than, of course, Ramsdale, who is 2 years older. But yeah, this team is coming together nicely. The bench is getting better and better. And even the starting 11 is now taking a world-class shape here with Kimmich and what am I seeing? We are in first place. We are the champions of the Premier League. 3 points out of Man City and Arsenal. What a title race. We have repeated the success of 2014-15. What an absolute sensation. 81 goals scored is crazy. Coming is Man City defeating West Ham, while we have been beaten in the round 4 replay by Aston Villa, and in the Carabao Cup in a fantastic penalty shootout. Liverpool win 14-13, 3-3 after 90 minutes against Arsenal, whilst we have been beat by Aston Villa in round 4. Having a first glance at European competitions, of course, next season will be in the Champions League as the Premier League winners. 3-2 Dortmund defeat PSG in the Champions League. The Europa League goes to Atalanta in an all-Italian clash. And the Conference League also goes to Italy, to Lazio over Villarreal from Spain. I mean, we've had 3 seasons with these guys, and Roque has scored 21 goals, gone up to an 85, 21 years of age. What a player. 15 goals for Fatavu, up to an 85 as well. 81 rated Mavididi with 11 goals, 9 goals and 9 assists for Kimmich. That is crazy as well. This team is a Premier League winning team, and I mean, apart from a few positions like Kimmich, Lee Kang-in, maybe Roque, Fatavu, this team, maybe Mancini and Ramsdale, but this team isn't quite yet ready, I would have said, to win the Premier League title. Challenge for top 4, yes, but yeah, winning the Premier League title is an absolute sensation. I'm looking forward to challenging the big boys next season in the Champions League after that fantastic Premier League win. I mean, was it a fluke, or is it the establishment of ourselves as a great football club? Let's see in Season 4. We make 3 signings in season number 4, the first one being a rotational signing. Left midfielder / left winger by the name of Circencio Somerville, coming from West Ham for 43 million. The second one is a German centre-back, free agent, a regen, 20 years of age only. He comes in from the free agency list. It is Kylian Hahn. Our third and final signing is for yet another big player. This time in the CDM position. I wasn't really happy with NDD. This is a big upgrade on him. Younger as well. His contract was expiring. It is Ismail Bennacer joining us from Atletico Madrid for 60 million. So this is our team now. We put Han in the starting 11. I'm a bit surprised, but he's a left-footed centre-back, 2081. He's 5 years younger than Nathan. That's why I put him in the starting 11. Then we have, of course, Ismail Bennacer, the big signing of the summer, 28-87. And on the bench now, 24-year-old Somerville, 81 overall. We've already won the FA Community Shield at the start of the 4th season against Manchester City on penalties. Good start. Which leads us to the Champions League Group A, where we are in a group alongside Juventus, Ajax and Copenhagen. So let's see after this group stage how we will fare. Very difficult group though, I have to say. That's a good Champions League run. We haven't lost a single game, so we must have drawn with Juventus both times, as they haven't lost one either. We come in 2nd place behind Juventus, 4 points. And in the round of 16, we will face Borussia Dortmund, so it could have come worse, I guess, with Barcelona, PSG, or even Real Madrid, but Borussia Dortmund is not easy either. However, halfway point of the Premier League season, and we are only in 5th place behind Crystal Palace. What are they doing in 4th place? So far, we have to fight for that 4th place finish at the end of the 4th season. So after 20 games, 36 points at the Leicester City Stadium for the first leg against Borussia Dortmund. NDD replaces the suspended Ismail Bennacer, quick simming the game against Dortmund, and it's a 1-1 draw. Vitor Roque missed the pen. I mean, Darwin scored for them, Vitor Roque for us, and it's a 1-1 draw going back to Dortmund. The second leg at the BVB Stadium in Dortmund with a 1-1 scoreline. Bennacer back into the starting 11. Can we get through against Borussia Dortmund? Yes! It's a 3-2 win. Fatavu with a brace, Christiansen with a goal, Malen and Laporte score for Dortmund. But we go through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. In the quarterfinals, we will face Atalanta from Italy, first away from home, with our full-strength starting 11. Quick simming that game here in Italy. And it's a 1-1 draw. Mavididi gave us the lead, but El Bilal equalized, and so it's a stalemate going into the second leg at home. Second leg at home at the King Power Stadium. Quick simming once again. Full strength starting 11, and we win 3-1. After extra time, Mavididi and Fatavu score. Bilal gave them the equalizer. Fatavu actually with a brace. but we are through for the first time in Leicester's history to the semi-finals of the UCL. We've made a fabulous run to the semi-finals, but this is where it could all come crashing down as both Mancini and Foyth are suspended. That is a big blow for us, but still we are facing Arsenal at the King Power, at the Leicester City Stadium, at home, and it's a 3-0 win! Even though we had two big players suspended, we absolutely thumb Arsenal. Vitor Roque with a brace and Fatavu with the last goal, 3-0 against Arsenal. What a win. The second leg is just a formality, going into the game with Mancini and Foyth back in the starting 11, and we win again. Fatavu with the goal. We absolutely own Arsenal. Which means that we will play in a Champions League final against the Kings of Europe, Real Madrid, as if there wasn't an in the league, we have clawed back 4th place. Crystal Palace have fallen off into 9th. We have gone back into the top 4, and even if we lose the Champions League final against Real Madrid, we will still play Champions League football in a potential Season 5. The FA Cup goes to Man United over Leeds, while we have been kicked out by Burnley in round 3. Absolutely brilliant. Carabao Cup goes to Spurs of all teams over City, whilst we have been knocked out by Manchester City in round 3. I mean, the Carabao and the FA Cup this season have been absolutely woeful. In an all-Milano final in the Europa League, Inter wins that over Milan, 3-1. And the Conference League goes to Spain, to Real Betis over the Belgian outfit, Genk. 20 goals for Fatavu, up to an 89 overall, what a player, at 23 years of age, remember lads. 17 goals for 22-year-old, 88 rated Vitor Roque. 12 goals for Mavididi, the OG Leicester player, what a player he is as well. 9 goals for McAteer, who is actually from the bench. Lee Kang-in with 8 goals and 12 assists, not bad by any stretch either. The question now though is, can we make history in England actually, at Old Trafford? Can we win Leicester their first ever Champions League title against the Kings of Europe, Real Madrid? We'll face maybe the best team in world football here with Real Madrid. Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., Jude Bellingham. They have a fantastic team. Here comes Vinny already. Vinny trying to go through already, but Han is there. Lee Kang-in for Vitor Roque. Roque looking for options. He finds Christiansen. Vitor Christiansen, of course, also an OG Leicester player. Good ball from Christiansen into Bennacer, and we are 1-0 up. 11 minutes in, it's Ismail Bennacer after that wonder pass by Vitor Christiansen. Have you seen that pass with his weaker right foot as well? I mean, unreal pass, and then Bennacer with a cold finish past Courtois to make it Leicester 1, Real Madrid 0. Bennacer yet again, immediately with a big intervention here. We go forward again, it's Mavididi, but loses out to Valverde. Mbappe here, careful. It's Kylian against Bennacer. Here is Bellingham. Jude Bellingham with a shot, and good save by Ramsdale. It's Mavididi, still on the ball. Looking for Kimmich. Kimmich trying something outrageous here, but yeah, that goes over the top by a lot. Here comes Mbappe. Mbappe with his trickery. Han very much forward. It's very dangerous. You can't run like that. You can't let the man run in behind. And Köksü, good save, Ramsdale. Into Köksü. Köksü for Mbappe. Mbappe, we cannot let him turn and twist. Han does well. And we get the ball out. Bellingham. Careful, Bellingham. Oh my god, we open up for Mbappe and 36 minutes, it's 1-1. I mean, you cannot let Mbappe, you cannot stand off Mbappe like we did here. Look at this. Bellingham already stood up of Bellingham, but then Mbappe has the easiest drill in the world here to fulfill. It's 1-1. 5. We lose the ball there in a precarious spot because Real Madrid can run in behind again through Vini Jr. I know they have so much pace. And here comes Köksü. It's 2-1 Madrid. That's how fast it goes. It's 2-1 to Madrid. Özgün Köksü. Likangi into Vitor Roque, the former Barcelona player. Can he create here? Maybe, but nearly did. But Courtois with a good save. Now we have a corner kick. It is Abdul Fatawu with a ball inside. It's 2-2. Just at the brink of half-time, Mancini scores the 4th goal of the game, our captain. Gianluca Mancini with a big bullet header after the corner of Abdul Fatawu. Look at this, against 2. He is the winner here, Gianluca Mancini. Into Roque. Roque against Schlotterbeck. Gets the better of him, but Schlotterbeck kills off the shot. Now Lee Kangin looking for Bennacer, who already scored one. Maybe another one. Courtois with a good save. Again a corner. We've been dangerous in the first half. Again maybe here. Yes! It is 3-2 to Leicester City. We are back in front. Hahn is the goal scorer. Once again, a centre-back scoring a header. How crazy is that? Another assist here as well by Abdul Fatawu. Look at this cross. And then Hahn jumps the highest. Past Courtois. Corners are still overpowered on this game, and I love it. 3-2. Careful, Valverde trying to go onto our defense immediately, and they, oh my god, could have scored here, but Ramsdale with a good save against Köksü. Crazy game here is now reaching its climax. It's Vini with a ball inside. We defend the corner, trying to go on the counter, but we lose out again. It's Vini, still Vini, still Vini, and Ramsdale again. Since our goal, we've been under the cosh here against the Madridistas, who never lose Champions League finals. But today, it is maybe the time. Let's see. Still, Real Madrid on the attack. It is Valverde. Valverde against Hahn. Against Christensen as well, but well defended. And then Ramsdale collects. Ruan Foyth with a good ball in behind here for Abdul Fatawu. Can we again go after Madrid here? Good ball, it's Roque! Roque still! But Courtois, oh my god, that nearly went in. Here come Valverde. Valverde, careful. Valverde, and again a save! It's the post! Oh, Mbappe hits the post, and that's why we don't concede an equalizer here, but it was really tight. Now maybe we can go on the counter. Mancini to Fatawu. Fatawu against Gusto. Still Fatawu. Good ball into Kangin. And Fatawu. We bring on Somerville for Mavididi to bring us some fresh legs in offensive departments. As well as going for Nathan, who replaces Han, the goal scorer of the 3rd goal. If of course we score from this corner, then all is sealed, done and dusted. But Fatawu, yeah, that wasn't the greatest of corners. And now we could be in trouble here with Vinicius on the break. Vinicius against Bennacer, but Bennacer with an incredible intervention. It's nearly over as well. We are in the 89th. Maybe we can seal it here through our superstar Roque. But Courtois does well again. If we play this cleverly, this is it now. But yeah, we have 1 minute in extra time in the additional time to survive, and it's Somerville. That should be it actually. Don't let Madrid go on the counter again. They can't. It's done and dusted. The game is over. Leicester City are on top of Europe for the first time in their history. 3-2 in a packed big final. We were ahead 1-0, then went down 2-1 and won in the end 3-2 to make Leicester the best team in Europe. But lads, if you enjoyed this video, this rebuild with Leicester City, a classical rebuild, then please consider dropping a like on the video. And also tell me in the comments what other challenges you'd like to see next. Of course, next week probably you will see another promoted team trying to go to the top of Europe. In a few moments' time, there will be a lift of the cup here, of the Champions League trophy, by Gianluca Mancini, our captain. I let you enjoy the title celebrations, and I say, it's been Rebuild Sombrero. I'm out!